Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and I hope you all have been enjoying all the news and announcements and cool stuff that's been coming out for E3 2016. I did a recap of the Xbox press conference and I did a recap of the Sony press conference. Make sure you check out both of those videos. It was a lot of fun to do them. But of course, all of you have been asking me about Nintendo. So I'm gonna tell you the top 5 games, nope, top 3 games, nope, top 1 Wii U game that they had. Of course, I'm talking about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's the official title of the game, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I have trouble saying that sometimes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I want to say Breath of the Wind. Sometimes I want to say Call of the Wild. Sometimes I just want to say that hot breath Link. I don't know. I actually went to E3 and I was able to get my hands on the game, play a demo of it, and yeah, man, everything you're hearing about it that's good is true. I'm gonna give you my first impressions. And this is coming from someone who has always appreciated the Zelda franchise. Ocarina of Time, that's probably the one I've played the most of all the Zelda games. I've tried some of the others, I dabbled, but The Legend of Zelda is a franchise I love so much. Define video games, define Nintendo. It's such an important part of Nintendo's history. It's just, I think I've probably played with Link in other games more than I've played with him in Zelda games. I play with him in Mario Kart 8. I play with him in Super Smash Brothers, Soul Calibur 2. And I gotta say, I really like Breath of the Wild. Right off the bat, I love Link in this. He runs, he jumps, he climbs things, he cuts down trees, he can knock trees over and then walk across the trees if they're over top of a cliff. He can mess around in his environment, light things on fire, push rocks, blow things up, take weapons away, cook food, eat other people's food, and he can go in any direction that he wants to, and it's fun. That is fun. It's crazy. I played this demo and I was so enamored by the world that by the time I was really like, okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of being in this world and how to run around. Let me go play some more of the actual story mode. They were like, done. Your demo's over. I'm like, well, I just got started. Because you feel like you're in Hyrule. You feel like you are in this world that Link is in. It's open world, or as Nintendo puts it, because they gotta be different, it's open air. But it really means that you can run around and do anything with Link. Of course, there is a specific story that you will need to follow if you want to know about the story, but you don't have to. You can literally go any way you want. And that's what was interesting, not only with me playing, but also watching other people play the game. You'd all start in the same place, but everybody would go a different direction and do different things. Some people would veer left, some people would veer right, some people would go straight down the middle. Some people would try to progress through the story. Other people would just run around and just see what was around. That's what's great about this game. I know it's not a new concept. We've got tons of open world games that are out there, but to do that with the Legend of Zelda franchise, I think is really neat. I just really like just how open it is. And I like how Link is just able to be a part of that. He has special moves for attacks. He's got special moves for using his environment to attack. There's a part where I got to walk up a hill. There were these beasts that were hanging out, and I was able to push a rock off of a cliff, and it landed on a barrel of dynamite, which then exploded, which then knocked them all out. I went straight Looney Tunes on them. That's pretty impressive to see that all of these functionalities happen within this one game. What's neat about this game is that you can almost find little secrets and hints of things that you can try, especially once you start getting some different abilities. Like there's this ability where Link can have like this magnet type beam that shoots out and he can move metal around. And because you have that, there's certain things that you can do differently in the worlds or even in some of the temples when you have that magnet power versus just going on there on your own. So like stuff like that is kind of neat. And the world that you're gonna get to play in is huge. They showed us a map that showed us just the part they were showing off for the demo, and then they went zzz, and you just saw how big the thing is going to eventually be. It's a big size. It's like 6 teraflops of size for this game. And along the way, you get to explore and you get to find items. You find clothes, you find weapons, you can take weapons from enemies, you can find things on the ground. I particularly like the clothes aspect because you wake up like Wolverine style. You literally wake up out of this puddle and you get this thing called the Sheikah Slate, this like Link's android. It's his phone, it's his iPhone. It's his Galaxy. And there's a chest for you to put on clothes. If you want to put them on, you can. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I didn't. I ran around with a naked Link just Link in shorts, just running around like he's freaking Shulk. Of course, there's gonna be certain points where it's gonna get really cold and you're gonna wanna put some clothes on. There's even different items that you can wear and they actually help you out. Some things will give you more defense. Some things will make you stronger. Some things will make you better to walk through cold environments or hot environments. The clothing as well as the weapons are going to help you throughout this game, just like an RPG element, which is really nice. So you're getting a little bit of action RPG, you're getting a little bit of open world game, you're getting a lot of different elements as well as some of the classic stuff that you know from Legend of Zelda series. The game just had me intrigued. I wanted to play more, and that means a lot to me. That shows me that I would love to just get involved in this world. And I think the fact that it's wide open and the fact that you can roam around, it means that there can be times I play this game where I only got a few minutes and I can try little things here and there just to mess around. And there's times where I'll have a large block of time and I'll go, okay, let's see what this story is about. Let's follow through the story. So that's nice that you get different elements to play with this game. It's really, really great. I'm really torn about how this game looks because on one end, it is beautiful. I think the best way that I can describe it is it's very beautiful for a Wii U game. It's massive, it's big, it looks really great. If you've seen the trailers, everything looks beautiful and nice and great. Link looks good. Kind of going with that cel shaded look a little bit. It's kind of a cross between Skyward Sword and Wind Waker. So it's like a little bit more mature, but still kind of has that fluid cartoon type of animation feel to it. And that's okay. It's good by Wii U standards. Like it's probably one of the most beautiful looking Wii U games that is out there. The graphics are really good, but when you start then comparing it to some other games that are not on Wii U, I feel like if you can get one little render out of it, maybe you can get it to be a little more crisp. Personally, I still would love to see a Legend of Zelda game that's reminiscent to that Legend of Zelda tech demo that they showed when they first announced the Wii U. But again, I like the look of this game. It is a demo, so there's probably more work being done on it. So I'm hoping when it eventually comes out, it's like really nice and crisp. And I'm usually not a graphics guy, but the reason why I'm kind of noticing the graphics or curious about the graphics is because it's also gonna come out on the NX. And since we don't know what the NX is or how powerful it is, I'm curious if the NX version of this game will look exactly the same as the Wii U version, or if that NX version somehow looks better. Will the NX versus Wii U be like the Xbox One to the Xbox 360 of the same game? Or is it just a completely different console that does completely different things so the games end up looking the same? That's what I'm curious about. One of my favorite games I enjoyed playing over the holidays this past year was Shadow of Mordor. And one of the reasons why I liked it is because it was this open world, but every time you went somewhere, there was something going on. There were either orcs you had to either decide to hide from or just choose to fight. There's side quests that you could do where you could save people or try to sneak into places and take down war chiefs. So there was a lot of different stuff that you could do in that world. That's what I'm hoping comes out of Zelda. As cool as it is to be in this open world, I couldn't help but notice, at least for this demo, there's a few times where you're kind of running around the world and there's nothing really near you. I'm sure that once the game is completely done, that will change. I just want to make sure that if you do have an open air, that you do have a lot of stuff that you can do in the open air, that you do see some other things along the way. Characters you can fight, characters you can talk to, things that you constantly pick up, random things that you can just do in the environment. You should feel like you have enough stuff to do when you're roaming around, just as you would if you were following the story. And if Zelda pulls that off, I think this is going to be a great game. I think this is going to be one of the most highly anticipated games of next year. Everyone's excited about it. I'm excited about it. Particularly really curious to see how this pans out once we get more details about the Nintendo NX, whatever that is. I would love to know what your thoughts are about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and what do you hope comes out of it. Thank you so much for watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can get the new nerdy videos I put out all week, every week. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Addy 5000. Chain chomp yomp.